Hi, and welcome to Kidney Intel. My name is Terrie, and I'm a kidney dietitian. And if you're like so many of my patients, you may be wondering how you can incorporate more plant-based foods into your meal plan. Or maybe you might be wondering, are plant-based foods safe for me to eat with my kidney disease? Or do you need to avoid plant-based diet because you have high potassium or high phosphorus? These are excellent questions that I often hear from my patients. There's so much information about the renal diet online, or maybe the information that you've been given at your doctor's office. And unfortunately, often the information that you might be finding online is outdated or wrong or conflicting what you've previously heard. And the information is not individualized specifically for you and your kidney disease. So, if you're like so many of my patients, you might be finding that you're a little bit confused. Today, I'm going to walk you through how the science behind the kidney diet has evolved over the last few years and why these dietary changes can be good news for people with kidney disease. Now, historically, the renal diet was not individualized for patients. It was pretty generic. When we looked at protein, it was often restricted to very small amounts, and the type of protein was usually chicken and fish. It was also recommended to avoid or limit foods that were high in potassium and phosphorus, which really limited the amount of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and beans and lentils that we could recommend for our patients. With all these dietary restrictions, it resulted in a diet being low in dietary fiber, vitamins and minerals, and antioxidants. So, back in my college years, one of our classroom assignments was for us to follow a specific diet for a weekend. And the renal diet was the least popular diet for us to follow because the renal diet, as we know, is traditionally low in dietary fiber. It had white bread, white rice, white pasta. It had very little fruit and vegetables. And it was hard to follow for that weekend. And as I got into the field, this is what our recommendations were for our patients to be eating. Pretty bland, right? Well, I'm happy to report that over the last few years, the renal diet has evolved as the new science and research has expanded our understanding of the best ways to support our patients' kidney health. Research is now increasingly showing that a plant-based diet can support kidney health and offer several benefits for people with kidney disease, especially in the early stages of kidney disease. Perhaps most importantly, studies are suggesting that eating more plant-based foods may help to slow down the progression of kidney disease by reducing the amount of protein being found in our urine and to preserve our kidney function over time. And we know that a plant-based eating pattern may help to prevent or better manage conditions that can damage our kidneys, such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. And increasing plant-based foods may help to reduce some common complications that so many of our patients suffer from, such as high blood phosphorus levels, metabolic acidosis, uremic toxins, and constipation. We don't have a formal definition of what a plant-based diet is. So eating more plant-based foods doesn't mean that we have to become a vegetarian or a vegan. Many plant-based diets that I recommend for my patients are diets such as the DASH diet, a dietary approach to stop hypertension. The DASH diet is rich in fruit and vegetables and whole grains beans and lentils, and modest amount of animal protein. And the Mediterranean style diet is rich in fruit and vegetables and whole grains, and the protein source has an emphasis on increasing fish intake. The Mind diet is a combination of the DASH diet and the Mediterranean style diet that has a focus on reducing the risk for developing Alzheimer's. So now today, this is more in line with what I recommend my patients' meals to look like. And this is great news, right? But unfortunately, so many of us are not eating enough fruit and vegetables. On average, adults in the US eat 0.8 servings of fruit each day and 1.4 servings of vegetables each day. And this is not nearly enough servings, so we have some work to do. While working at the University of Michigan, I created the Renal Friendly Plate. This plate was created to help my patients see what a renal friendly meal can look like. It's a simple blueprint of how to build a balanced meals while supporting your kidney health and incorporating more plant-based foods. I call it my gold standard of eating. So, based on the latest research and science, making gradual shifts to eating more plant-based foods can help slow down the progression of kidney disease while still supporting your overall health. And remember, you don't have to make the changes overnight. Making small, consistent changes are often the easiest to maintain. So this week, I'd like you to challenge yourself and find one simple way to add more plant-based foods into your meal plan. Maybe you could add a piece of fruit to your lunch, or add berries to your breakfast, or having a serving of vegetables for dinner, or considering having one meatless meal each week and incorporating more beans and lentils into that meal. Every healthy choice that you make is one step closer to better kidney health. I want to point out that there is not one size fits all kidney diet. Your nutrition needs depend on a variety of different factors, including what stage kidney disease that you have, your medical conditions, medications, and most importantly, what are your current lab results? That is why it is so important to understand your lab results and work with a kidney dietitian. A kidney dietitian can help you make sense of your kidney labs and help you to create a personalized eating plan that can support increasing plant-based foods. You don't have to figure it all out on your own. With the right guidance, you can feel confident in making food choices that's going to support your kidney health while still being able to enjoy your foods. I hope you found this video to be helpful and that you're looking at your kidney diet in a new way. Instead of focusing on the foods that you can't have, hopefully you're thinking about the many healthy, flavorful plant foods that you can begin adding to your meals. I hope this video has helped you to look at your kidney diet in a new way. Instead of focusing on the foods that you can't have, hopefully you're thinking about the many healthy, flavorful plant-based foods that you can begin adding to your meal plan. I've included links to the scientific research discussed in this video in the description below, so you can continue to explore the evidence on your own. And if you're ready for the next step in understanding your kidney health, visit Kidney Intel. You'll find easy to understand kidney nutrition resources and practical tips, as well as information about my online class, Kidney Essentials, that's designed to help you feel more confident in managing your chronic kidney disease. I hope you found this video to be helpful. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who you think can benefit from it too. I'm Terrie Holewinski, kidney dietitian with Kidney Intel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.